It's time for another tale from the glass-guarded world. Ashley plays Tara Dane, the human fighter. Josh is Zartok, the tiefling wizard, and Gaston, the rogue and bard. Jessica is Coral Petrichor, the Genasi druid. Mama Sass, the half-orc bard and barbarian. And Sylphonia, the summoned Pegasus. Chris plays Aster Fortuna, the half-drow rogue and bard extraordinaire. The Glass Guardians have defeated a beholder that was working with the Neogi. This was followed by the sound of the fleeing Neogi and their allies, and the celebration of the victorious army. Now there's nothing left for the heroes to do but bask in the glow of their triumph.
It's been about an hour since the beholder crashed to the ground, enough time for a short rest. If any of you want to use hit dice or arcane recovery or whatever, the Neogi, their Umber Hulks, and the remaining slavers fled to their spelljammers and launched into the air. The army has been scouring the city looking for stragglers and treasure, but the leaders of several units have assembled in what was once the throne room in the royal hall.
Wait, we're all in there?
Yeah. The Neogi had been using it as a mess, or, like a dining area. But the tables and chairs have been cleared out, as well as some of the rubble. You've been invited by a lieutenant of an elven force to appear here to witness Levarrion's coronation. There are quite a few others here as well, a few dwarves, some human mercenary captains, a mage representing Dorvit, 3 frost giants, a white dragon that you've already seen before, right? And Theodra, Taranoth, and Ethlando, the 3 elven warriors who seem to have sort of glommed onto you. All these elite warriors are standing around looking tired and grim, with blood and dirt still spattered across their armor and gear. The white dragon has coiled itself into a huge circle next to the throne and lies completely still, its eyes closed, occasionally exhaling frosty air. The frost giant standing by the large wooden doors has been standing sloppily, looking bored, but he suddenly straightens up and turns to the doors. He drags them open and then stands aside at attention. All the other frost giants straighten and stand at attention too, as do the elves and mercenary captains. The dwarves look at each other, and after some meaningful looks, they also stand at attention. What do you do?
I just kind of stand how I was standing.
Okay.
There's no snapping to attention here.
Anybody else doing anything?
Is Sylphonia, she can be here too, right?
She's outside.
Okay.
She's just outside the doors.
Tara is standing and looking at the door, awaiting it with everyone else.
Okay.
Same.
All right. Levarrion strolls in through the doors, standing tall and proud. His pale advisor, Gloric, enters behind him, carrying a large parasol or umbrella, shading both of them from the midday sun. They walk down the center of the hall toward the throne. Levarrion nods and smiles at each group as he passes. He beams at Tara with a huge smile and a quick wink. Gloric stands at the bottom of the steps of the throne and sets the parasol down, then reaches into his pack and pulls out a golden diadem. Levarrion continues to the platform on which the throne rests, and then he turns and addresses the room. My dear dudes, you did it! We have freed the city and the world from the scourge of the Neogi and of slavery. Apparently the Glass Guardians even defeated a beholder who was apparently the mastermind of their centuries-long scheme. The dwarves were the first over the walls. The giants smashed their way through the city's defenders as if they were all ants. All of our mercenary companies performed to the letter of their contracts. The soldiers of Dorvit did their city proud. Zakluzir tore a spelljammer apart. He nods to the dragon, sending the spiders fleeing to their ships before he could wreck another one. And of course, the glorious elves have shown that they are truly worthy of reclaiming their empire. Totally awesome, man. I am so radically proud of all of you. And yet, we've only just begun to return this world to greatness. I promise to be the best emperor I can be. The emperor you have all shown that you deserve. So he turns and steps to the throne and then sits down. Gloric steps behind the throne and with both hands sets the diadem on Levarrion's head. As if on cue, all the elves, the humans, and the giants go down to one knee, and the dragon bows his head. The dwarves look at each other in confusion. What do you do?
The dwarfs look at each other in confusion?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. I just nod my head. I don't know if I should be bowing or not.
Tara was like mid clapping, and then she takes a cue and respectfully bows her head.
Okay. Anybody else bowing their head or going down on one knee?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I think a head bow is good. I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah,
you know.
just a simple head nod.
Okay, if everybody else is head bowing, I'll head bow too.
Okay. So
Gentle nod.
Taraneth, who is next to you, the elven warrior, turns his head slightly to the side and says to Tara, "Hey, kneel before the Emperor, dudes. Come on."
Okay, Zartok kind of, you can't even see that he's rolling his eyes. 'Cause they're all one color, but he does it, and then he does it.
Okay. One of the dwarves, an elderly woman wearing plate armor, steps forward with a scowl on her face, and she says, "Nay, laddie, I'd be glad to drive out the spiders, but I'll nae bend the knee to an elf."
Oh, that's what's happening now.
Oh.
And the elves, humans, and giants leap to their feet and grip their weapons, and Levarrion leans forward and says, "Now come on, dudes. We all need to set that sort of stuff aside. You know? There are still lands left to conquer, and the dwarves can be part of that. If we're going to restore the Empire of Reged, we need to take the High Plains all the way west to Gemigan."
Wait, what?
The dwarf sort of shifts uneasily. "Aye, and how long before you drive your army east to our mountains? Nay, I've done what I agreed, and I'll do nae more." And she turns and motions for her companions to leave. And then, suddenly, as if out of nowhere, Gloric is immediately behind the dwarves. And he says, "I would consider this decision very carefully if I were you." And the dwarves sort of startle and grip their weapons. Are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm going to call out to Levarrion. Wait a minute. Didn't you say that you weren't going to expand further west? That you were this was your kingdom here?
No, I said we're not, dude, no. I said we're not going to take the Dwarven Mountains. That's too far to the east. And Ronktrak, that's too far to the east, remember? I said we're not going all the way over there. That wasn't part of the Empire of Reged. But we got to take the old Empire of Reged, which includes some of the belt, and it goes all the way west to Gemigan.
Oh.
Yeah, we got to take all that stuff back and restore the Empire. It'll be my empire, and I'll rule it right, you know?
Huh. I see. I look at Tara.
Yeah, Tara's was kind of nodding her head along with Aster, because she was feeling the same way, and Tara says, yes, the Glass Guardians wanted to drive out the Nyogi. We don't want to drive out the other towns."
Well, we're not going to drive them anywhere. We're just going to, rule, because we rule.
He is my
You
favorite
can't argue
voice.
with this logic.
I hate this guy so much.
So you're going to send them a letter offering them to become a part of your empire?
Yeah, that's what we start with. Yeah, of course, yeah.
And if they refuse?
Oh, well,
if
then,
they enjoy their current leadership?
we'll just...
You set up trades,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
prosper together as separate kingdoms.
No, we've got to take the areas back. I mean, we're not taking back all of Gemigan. We're just going to keep the parts that we already got, right? But we got to expand north into the belt, though, because that was part of the historical Empire of Reged. We got to take all that back. Everybody just bend the knee, and we'll get on with it.
That was a long time ago. Things have changed. You can't expect it all to be like it was way back then.
Oh, sure I can. I remember all that. I've been around a long time. I'm just going to make things back the way they were, except better, because I'm better, I'm going to make it all good. So everybody bend the knee and we'll get on with it. Let's go.
I'm not your subject. I'm not going to bend the knee.
Oh, dear. You all feel like that? And the dwarf says, "Aye. Well, oh, my dudes, I was afraid this might happen. I've shown you the respect that you deserve, but if you won't show an emperor the respect an emperor deserves, well, there's no room for people who aren't on board with the plan." And he nods at the dragon. Roll for initiative.
Yep. Levarrion.
Zartok's being a good boy and bending the knee.
Zartok,
What's going on here?
Except for Zartok, dude, you're cool. Horn man, horn guy, you're cool. You can sit this one out.
it's just rest.
I don't want to kill my elf friends. They better love me still.
I think we're about to kill our elf friends. They're real low on hit points, unless they roll dice as well.
The good news is they're real low on hit points.
But I really liked them.
I really don't want to kill them. They were awesome. They were one of the best fighting NPCs we've had in a while.
Well, hopefully these dwarves are pretty good too.
I'm very scared. There's like 3 giants, a dragon, this guy that teleports.
Hey, the dragon rolled real bad for initiative.
It's true.
So scatter.
Yeah, we can't be in one place. That will be bad.
Yeah, be surrounded by enemies instead.
Oh, Googri rolled excellently. Freaking Levarrion.
Every time, man. I really thought that he wasn't going to be the main enemy.
Such a disappointment.
I'm glad we didn't bend the knee, guys. Well, I mean, except for Zartok. But Zartok did it out of...
I mean, technically Zartok is a member of the Empire, so technically he is a subject, therefore...
That's true. He's from here, isn't he?
I don't live here. I don't plan to live here. I guess Tara does, because she got land.
I did, but I mean, Tara also just didn't understand how big the Kingdom of Reged was, I suppose, because her questioning included, are you conquering other lands? And he was like, a couple, like outlining islands.
Yeah, it's fine.
Which
No
was
big deal.
completely false.
What did Aster get for initiative?
23, I believe.
Wow. Okay. What did Coral get for initiative?
11.
And what did Zartok get for initiative?
Oh, Aster got a 23 already?
Yep.
Oh, darn it.
Thought yours was good, and then you saw Aster's.
What'd you get?
No, I mean, I could change it to be higher, but I mean, Aster's going to dictate what's going on.
Well,
so.
why do I don't know if I want to dictate what goes on.
It's all right, man. It's the way it goes. The dice tell the story sometimes. Zartok got an 8
8.
on initiative.
No, change it. Dictate what happens.
It's your fault for rolling high, Chris.
And what did Tara get?
9.
All right.
Darn
And
it, guys.
the Pegasus goes on Aster's turn, which means it gets a 23. First to go is Aster. Here's the situation for the sake of the listener. We're in this ruined throne room. At the north end of the room is the dais, the throne, with Levarrion's sitting on it. And then on one side, he has near him, he has a frost giant. And then on the other side, he has a white dragon.
Great.
And then they're going southward. There are a couple of the party's, at least former elven friends. And then there's some mercenary captains and a mage and the dwarves on the west side, and the party's sort of on the east in the larger part of the room. And then on the southern side of the room, there are a couple more frost giants. And that means, Aster, you go first. Your Pegasus is just outside the doors.
Okay, I have a few questions. Because dictating is not fun. Real quick, when I do something like Steel Wind Strike, does that allow the mobile feat to kick in where I've made swipes at enemies and so therefore do not incur opportunity attacks?
What does the text of mobility say? Does it say you have to make a melee attack, or because Steel Wind Strike is like a spell attack, right? When you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn.
Yeah, so would that work?
Let me read Steel Wind Strike. You flourish the weapon using the casting, and then vanish to the strike like the wind. Choose up to 5 creatures you can see. Make a melee spell attack. It is a melee attack against each target. Yeah, I would say that mobility applies.
Okay,
Yeah.
Well then, how many? Is there exactly 5 enemies on the field right now?
I'm sorry, it's called mobile, not mobility. I keep saying mobility. There are 5 enemies in the field. Depends on who you count as an enemy. There are 3 frost giants, a dragon, Levarrion, and then you're not sure the status of these other combatants. Who's fighting for who? Obviously, the dwarves are on your side.
Could you point out which ones are the dwarves?
Yep.
Oh yeah, let me go closer.
So this here
Huh?
is a dwarf. This here is the dwarven leader, that elderly female dwarf.
Okay.
This here is another dwarf.
Okay, so 3 dwarves.
3 dwarves. And then there's a wizard from Dorvit here. And then there's a mercenary captain here. And a mercenary captain here. And then here's Gloric. And then here are your... let's see, this one is Theodra. This one is Taranath. And this one down here is Ethelando.
Did the Dorvit wizard and the mercenary captains also bow?
Yes, they all bent the knee.
Okay.
The wizard and the mercenaries bow?
Yes.
Okay. Well, all right. So that answers my question. So I will be using Steel Wind Strike.
Okay.
So I look around. I'm like, oh no. And I yell, to me, Sylphonia. I'm mentally asking her to stay away from like high enough so that she doesn't incur hits from the giants.
She has to go through the doors, though.
Which door? Are those windows or doors?
Those are windows.
Where's the door again?
It's down
Bottom
here.
middle.
Can she get in there?
She'd have to fly by a frost giant.
Okay, let's see what happens first with that. I have her come in.
All right, so she's going to incur an attack of opportunity if she flies by the frost giant.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what happens. Attack of opportunity from a frost giant.
Ugh.
19.
It hits.
Okay, and the damage... so 22 points of damage
Oh,
Oof.
to Sylphonia.
well, that puts her in a weird spot.
I'll go ahead and mark that off her hit points. And you want her to move to you?
I want her to stay in the middle, just where she is, because
Okay.
I'm going to teleport around. If I'm counting the squares right, I should be within 30 feet of everybody.
I don't think you're within 30 feet of Levarrion.
Yeah,
Am I not within 30 feet of him?
he's
Mm,
on the throne.
Darn him.
Yeah, so
So annoying.
you're within, let's see, Aster, you're within 40 feet of the giant and within 40 feet of the dragon. But you're within 30 feet of one frost giant, another frost giant, a mercenary captain, another mercenary captain. You're not within 30 feet of Gloric.
I would like to move to the center to see if I can get within 30 feet of the giants that are near Levarrion.
Oh, okay, so you want to move a little bit closer to the middle. Let's see.
Because I want to see if I can get all the
Yeah.
frost giants.
Let's see if you move to the very middle.
So that's 10
Like if
feet
you
of
move here, this just as an experiment. Let's see what happens. You move there, you're still within 30 feet of all the giants and all the mercenaries, and you're within 30 feet of Gloric,
Okay.
and you're within 30 feet of a frost giant, and within 30 feet of the dragon, but not Levarrion.
Okay, so that is exactly what I'm going to attempt.
Okay.
I'm going to then Steel Wind Strike the 3 giants, the dragon, and what's his name?
Gloric.
Gloric.
Spell attacks. Here we go.
All right, you're first hitting a dragon. No, I'm sorry. You tell me. Who do you want to hit first? The giant or...
I'll hit the dragon.
All right, dragon first.
Yeah, you will. Do
Okay.
it.
You flourish, blah blah blah. Make a spell attack against each target. Do I use the spell attack DC? So plus 12?
Yes, you use your spell attack DC if it's a melee spell
so
attack.
let's do the giant and the dragon. My orange die is for the dragon. The blue one is for the giant.
Okay.
So that is 18.
18 is a hit.
Wow. Okay. And 15 plus 12 for the dragon.
That's also a hit.
Okay. And then the 2 giants on the bottom. Ooh, that's 17 and 16.
Those are both hits.
What? Okay.
Giants are easy to hit.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's because they're big and have a lot
Yeah.
of health. Okay. And then Gloric will be 17 plus 12.
That's also a hit.
So that's everybody. Well, here we go.
Okay. Yeah, now you got to
All
roll
the damage.
60-10 force damage to all those targets. You want to just roll it once and I'll apply it to all of them because I don't want to roll 60-10 5 times.
100%. That'd be great.
If the roll's high.
Yeah, as long as it's a good
I mean,
roll.
if it's a good roll, sure.
Remember our motto: only if it benefits us.
Yep. Yep.
The Glass Guardians, only if it benefits us.
That's an excellent motto for us.
That's not true at all, though.
No, it really doesn't, because not bending the knee here is not benefiting
Nope,
us.
this has not gone well for us.
So terrible.
Yeah, it's a bad move, but morals?
35 points of damage.
Ooh, ouch.
And then I am technically supposed to teleport within 5 feet of one of these targets. Can it be within 5 feet of the closest one to Sylphonia?
Yes. You want to be like here.
And then I'd like to run to Sylphonia. Can I get on her?
Let's see. You moved 10 feet before. You still have... Yeah, it takes an action, I think, to mount an animal.
Could her action be to get me on her? Or
No. No, I mean, her action could be to climb on you, but her action can't be to get you on her.
Got you. So what I'll do is I'll have Sylphonia go up into the sky so that she's away from targets. And then I will move back as far as I can get from enemies.
Okay.
So maybe to the east.
All right. So
Back-end?
you won't trigger an attack of opportunity because this giant already took one. So you're gonna let's see. So far you move from
And I
here
use
to
mobile.
That was 10 feet, and then you move. How far do you want to move? You got 20 feet of movements left.
I have 30 feet
30
of
feet.
movement.
Okay. How far do you want to go?
Right there is fine.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So Aster teleports repeatedly around the room, striking the giants, the dragon, and Gloric, Levarrion's aide, and then runs to the east along the floor toward the eastern side of the throne room behind some rubble. And past, actually, I'm going to assume you go around Ethlando, who doesn't take an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
He doesn't really seem like he's sure what to do.
Persuasion.
Well, I would also like to do my bonus to do another bardic inspiration on somebody.
Great. Who are you going to give that to?
All right. The ones that I know can move around and maneuver placement in the field are Zartok and Coral. So I will give it to Tara. Wait, do you still have yours? The one that I gave
I
you?
would say that I use that.
Okay, I will give you it again, and I'll say, Tara, this creature took you down with a giant and a bear in the frosted destruction of, I don't remember the place. It was
Benorthen.
Benorthen. So what I need you to do is I need you to do what you do best. Smash! And then I give you I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
Is it a D10?
It is a D10 now.
Cool.
All right.
And that's my turn.
So, Aster, at the end of your turn, one of these veteran soldiers, these mercenary captains, it's his turn, and he steps forward. He steps up to Coral and Zartok here and says, well, the boss says you gotta go. Sorry, nothing personal. And let's see, he'll start with Zartok. Why not?
But Zartok's on a knee.
Oh, you're right. Zartok took his knee. You're right.
Zartok did bow.
He did. All right, you're right. He'll start with Coral.
Okay.
That makes
Thanks,
more sense.
Zartok.
Yep. Let's see.
I'm having a tough time right now.
I don't know what to do.
I'm having a tough time at the moment. Sorry.
All right. So here we go. Attack on Coral, 13 to hit.
Misses.
All right. Another attack on Coral with a long sword, 24 to
Hits.
hit. All right. And the damage is... I can't read that. 8 points of damage. And then as a bonus action, he attacks with the short sword.
Wait, who's it? They're all attacking her?
One guy's
One guy is attacking
me.
her.
Okay, and one hit, one missed.
Yeah.
That's right. And now attacking, he's got multi-attack, and it says, yeah, he has a short sword drawn. He can also make a short sword attack. That's great. Okay, so here we go. Attack. 14 is a miss.
Misses.
All right. And now, Gugri. Gugri is sort of standing back behind the group near Coral. Coral, you can hear him in your head just sending waves of love and adoration at you loudly.
It's too much.
And he says, Mistress, what shall I do?
Go hide in the corner until somebody needs healed.
Yes, I shall hide. I shall keep myself secret from everyone. Yes.
And he runs to the corner.
I like this corner. It's my mistress's favorite corner.
Mistress did not specify a corner, but I'm glad you like it.
You don't want him to do anything else?
I
Let's
mean,
see.
if he has a cantrip, he can cantrip somebody, but I don't want him using spell slots, really.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of spell slots he has, so I'm trying to be conservative.
All right. Yeah, he's got cantrips. I'm trying to find them.
I don't have a lot of magic, so I need somebody to exist who can also heal.
He needs to attack the guy who's attacking his goddess.
I mean, if
Yeah.
he wants to attack the guy attacking me, I get it.
All right. He'll target that guy is attacking Coral with a word of radiance. And that means that he must make a constitution saving throw.
Josh, I don't like this fight as much as I liked the last fight. I have no spells left.
You got your wild shapes.
And I'm rolling at disadvantage for
Look at
everything.
this optimistic boy.
19 on
good.
the saving throw. That's probably going
Probably
to
gonna
do
do
it.
it.
Let me look up. It's so hard to find everything.
What, you mean for the 15 characters that you're playing?
I mean, Googry here is set up as a proper character in Foundry, and that means I have to figure out where his spell DC is.
Can you give me access and I can run Googry?
Yeah, I could do that. Hold on.
There we go.
Just to take one thing off your plate? Oh, I have him.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh,
I have his character sheet at least.
Okay.
It's a lot different looking than it is for Pathfinder, so that's weird.
Yeah, it's really different. Yeah. So if you click on the little lightning bolt, not lightning bolt, the one above the lightning bolt on the right-hand
The
side,
little book.
the little book that'll
Okay.
pull up his spells. He's got
So,
Spare the Dying.
it's a 15 save.
Oh, you're right. I see the 15s there. You're right. Yeah. So he rolled a total of 19, so he saves. What does that do? Does it have damage?
Probably not.
Yeah, you're right. No damage.
That's, pretty common for...
Yeah, for cantrips.
Yeah.
Okay, so that took forever, but Googry's done. Great.
He is low on hit points. Can I do some hit dice? Because he would have...
Oh, yeah, he could have rested too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to... While you're doing the rest.
Great. Next is Theodra. Theodra steps up to Zartok and says, "Hey, dude, we're cool, right? You're on Levarrion side. We're good."
Zartok's kneeling, and he looks up at him, and he just doesn't say anything. He looks so angry right now. He is so upset at this whole thing. He doesn't respond.
Okay. He says, "That's cool. I'll take that as a yes." All right. So he steps up. Unless Coral, you want to take an attack of opportunity, he just stepped away from you.
Sure. No, I'm not even gonna bother.
Okay.
I don't have a
Well, you
weapon
might.
out.
Okay.
I've got my stat. Sure. Actually, do I have any reaction spells? Oh, I have a thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a feat.
Yeah?
What's my feat? Warcaster.
Oh, you can
Does
get.
this one let me?
Yes, it's
Yes.
something.
Okay, I can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack to cast a spell.
Oh, yeah.
So I am going to
Oh, that's cool.
poison spray him as he walks away.
Make a saving throw.
Con 17.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Con
That's
is
pretty mean.
failed.
Indeed.
Failed.
So, wow. Coral spits poison at him for 31 damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to move him over to next to Terra because he just drops to the ground.
I rolled 2 12s.
He drops. Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
I was going to try to talk them into joining us. I think you ruined it.
Oh, was that
Not
one of our
anymore.
guys? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yes, that was one of your guys.
Yeah, that
And-
was.
Oh, can I backtrack? I'm sorry, I was trying to figure out Googry's stuff.
Okay, let's backtrack again then.
Thank you.
So-
I don't want to. I'm
So-
not going to kill him.
So let's reiterate. He nods at Zartok and says, "I'll take that as a yeah. You're cool. All right.
He's gonna attack
Tough
Tara.
lady. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I gotta do this. You know."
You don't.
I do. I'm with the dude here up here, Levarrion. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do.
You don't have to be.
And he rolls a 21 to hit.
I believe that hits.
Well, how would we be sure?
Oh, it meets or beats, yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure that it's a hit. Now this is the one that does rolls the damage wrong.
have no idea
So
what to
I'm gonna roll this manually.
Oh yeah, he can't have super powerful damage
No.
this time.
Not
No.
against us, he can.
Yeah, it's our rule of thumb.
Only if it benefits us.
5 points of damage, and with his second attack, that is a even higher number. It's another 21. Another 21 to hit, and so that is this time 5 more points of damage. He just does the same thing twice. So he steps up to Terra and makes 2 effective swings, although maybe he's not hitting as hard as he could, and slashes Terra for a total of 10 points of damage.
Oh, they're hesitating.
Well, I have some regrets. I won't be making that mistake again.
That's his turn. Levarrion.
There we go. He's the one I was waiting for.
Levarrion steps off the throne
Oh, God.
and says, "Well, dudes, it was fun." And he's going to cast... He casts this spell.
You ever think that we took the TPK option?
I really do think we did.
The 2 hour long?
It does seem that way.
Okay, so he begins casting this spell, and he sort of summons out of the air. He summons some sort of shadowy material out of the air, and in front of him, suddenly a giant shadowy dragon takes form. And I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Cool. Probably fine.
Oh, all of us?
All of you.
Oh, gosh.
That was good.
Wisdom saving?
Correct.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, all the dwarves failed.
Well, sugar. Actually, that's an 18? No, 16, sorry.
That is a failure.
Thank you, disadvantage.
Yeah, it's rough.
Should have inspiration to myself. Hey, Tara, have you already rolled?
Oh, yeah, I rolled very well.
Okay.
Zartok, what'd you get?
22.
Oh, that's a pass. Aster?
13.
That's a fail. And Tara?
24.
Wow, that's a pass. All right, so if you passed, then it doesn't have any effect on you. If you failed, you are frightened for 1 minute.
Darn it.
If you end your turn in a location where you can't see this dragon, then you can repeat your saving throw. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And let's see. Okay, space you can see. It's huge. Oh, I need to draw something on the map here. I'll draw. Map is huge is what? 15 by 15, I think.
It's the giant
Yeah,
size,
it's a
I
giant
think.
size. So I'm just gonna draw a square on the map to represent this dragon, if that's okay with all of you.
Yeah. Maybe the terrain might help us here. Their movement might be restricted. I'm trying to save a spell if we need to retreat.
That's gonna have to do. It's something like that.
Oh, what's that?
That's where the dragon thing is.
Sorry, no, I was looking at Googry stuff.
All right, so that's the first thing Levarrion gets to do. And the other thing he gets to do is he gets to move it as a bonus action. So he's going to move it, and as it moves, he gets to make it breathe. So it breathes out a cone of freezing breath, a 60-foot cone. So now
Oh,
I got to draw a
God.
cone.
That's pretty cool.
I really missed my fire shield, but that only lasted 10 minutes.
Maybe I should have moved more to the corner.
Is he going to freezing breath his own friends? Of course he would. He's a bad guy,
Yeah, his friends are gonna die.
as we always knew he was.
This is bad.
So he's going to breathe cold on everybody, and it's not that much damage.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. I got Googry out of the way, though.
Yep.
Score.
Oh, Sylphonia's not in it. Thank you. Thank you,
Oh,
God.
I'm glad we saved the horse.
Huh?
That's good. I can't die.
Hold on. Do you get a saving throw against that?
Probably.
Well, I don't know. I'm
I
going to
feel
look.
like dexterity would be the right thing to do.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Get
Oh.
out of here.
That's
How
messed
dare
up.
you?
That's
What?
messed up right there.
Mike, by the way, I can't seem to affect Googry's
Oh.
HP,
Okay.
so he should be at 66 now.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
And I've used 5 of his hit dice. Ooh, that's good. Even with disadvantage.
Congrats, I guess.
All right. So, Zartok, what'd you get?
30.
30 is a pass. Oh my gosh.
God.
And Tara.
An unnatural 1.
Okay, so you
Oof.
rolled a 2. All right.
I rolled a 3.
3.
I have a -2.
Okay. Aster, what'd you get?
I rolled an 18.
That is not a pass.
Darn
And
it.
Coral,
26.
that's a pass. All right. So if you pass, if you
Tara.
rolled over 21, then you will take
It's a high DC.
only let's see here, only 14 points of damage. If you failed, if you rolled under 21 or over, you take 14. Under 21, you take 29 points of damage. So not that bad.
Feels pretty bad.
And
Feels pretty bad.
Levarrion will move. Let's see, he moved 20. He'll move a few steps back toward his throne.
In one move, I took more damage than the previous combat put together.
All right, now. Oh, and that means. Oh, and I didn't roll for Taranath. He needs to. Oh,
Yeah.
He actually saved. So he'll take half that damage. And he goes, "Hey, watch it, boss, sir." I had the wrong person go. Okay, so that was Theodra that actually stepped up next to Terra. Now we're at Taranath. I had the wrong person. So Taranath turns around and says, "Okay, well, I guess I have to do this."
He seems to care so little for you both.
Well,
He literally.
I mean, he is the emperor, so like we're, not all that important compared to him, and he's going to put the empire together. So, it's kind of important.
You're important to me.
Oh, that's really kind of you.
And then he rolled.
As he rolls.
He rolled a natural 20.
Oh, wait, no. I will. Do I want to do it on this guy?
I'm rolling 1d8 plus 1 damage.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay. All right, I'll just go ahead and roll the other attack while I'm at it. 15 is a miss. 13 points of damage. I'm sort of sorry.
You certainly will be.
Oh,
Boom.
oh, I don't like that.
That's funny.
Frost Giant.
Could they attack some of the dwarves and...
Oh, they will.
Okay, cool.
So this Frost Giant squeezes through the door, it slows him down,
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
and he
Uh-oh.
steps inside, and he sees, there's this Pegasus.
Well, Sylphonia's
but Sylphonia's
really
up
high
in the
up.
air.
Yeah.
I
I'm going to move as high as I can above.
Yeah, I guess he'll ignore the Pegasus and step up next to these dwarves here and say something in a language you can't understand and swing this great axe down on this puny dwarf.
Did he say it in Dwarvish?
No, he said it in Giant.
How dare he?
24 to hit is a hit.
Yikes.
And I'll do the other attack while I'm at it. It's the exact same number. That's
Oh,
weird.
God.
24 to hit.
That
That's
dwarf is dead.
2 hits, 23 points of damage, and 24 points of damage, 47 points of damage. Let's see how this dwarf is doing. That dwarf is dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not doing well.
That dwarf is an ex-dwarf.
How are the enemies looking, the ones that I hit? They look pretty healthy still?
Yeah, they look all right.
Darn it. My big spell.
I mean, I did 30 damage, like, in the alternate universe where
Yes.
I attacked the dude.
Yeah.
I did 30 damage and he died, so...
Yep.
Yeah, but these giants are.
Yeah, the
The
little
giants
guys.
are different.
I did 35 and.
Oh, the
they
giants
look-
are different.
Yeah, they look healthy.
All right. Gloric. Gloric will focus on this dwarf right in front of him. Because,
Hi, dwarf.
yeah, he attacks him with just a short sword. And yeah, so where are the relevant numbers? There aren't any. There aren't any numbers. Great. Thank you, D&D Beyond. Okay, well, okay, there's some other numbers. I'll apply these other numbers. Even though it'd be better with a short sword, we'll use these other numbers. All right, that is a hit. And a miss. The dwarf spins around and ducks one of the short sword blows, or blocks it with his shield. And that is not a lot of damage. Yeah, just a little bit of damage.
How much damage?
9 points of damage.
And he's looking healthy too after 35?
Yes.
Darn it, these guys are strong. I'm getting scared.
That means it is whose turn? Coral, it is your turn.
Oh, dear. I've still not decided what I want to do. Okay. I'm going to cast Moonbeam at a 4th level. Yes, 4th level. And I am going to... I should be within range. Let me double check that. I have a lack of spells, so my decision-making has been rough. I'm going to cast Moonbeam on Levarrion. I am in range.
Great.
I need a Constitution save, 17.
All right, Constitution save 17. Constitution, not one of his better ability scores. I rolled exactly I rolled a 16.
Okay, that's a fail.
Finally, this guy.
He's going to take 35 radiant damage.
Ow.
By the way, if he is a doppelganger, if he is a shape changer, he makes a save at disadvantage and fails. Instantly reverts if they fail.
No, he does not change shape.
Okay, just, making sure. Okay, so that's going to stay there.
It was a worthy check.
Thank you. And then I'm going to...
He also says, "How dare you, dude?"
I mean, you started this. I'm just ending it. I don't like my options. Can I have extra options? I'm going to wild shape into an earth elemental.
Cool. That's very cool. Does that make you large?
I believe so, yes.
All right, let me adjust your token.
Can't find... Oh, yes, large. Yes.
All right, a large earth elemental appears where Coral previously stood.
And then I'm going to move. Oh, I can't. I've got guys in front of me, so I can't go forward. I'm going to stay there.
Okay.
I don't want to stay there, but I can't go through the guys in front of me, so...
Okay.
Yeah, and the moonbeam is still on Levarrion. It stays for a minute.
Okay, cool. Next is another one of the frost giants, the one up near the throne.
Here's a question. Can the giant go through the dragon? The giant dragon?
But it can't stop in the dragon space because the dragon is friendly. The problem is there's nowhere really for the giant to stand over here.
Oh, what a bummer.
Yeah, so he's just going to throw boulders at you.
He could... Darn it! I mean, it is a destroyed throne room.
Yep, so he picks up a big piece of rubble.
Real quick, before you start throwing rubble at us.
Yes.
I'm frightened. I didn't move closer, so that's fine.
That's fine.
I didn't roll any attack rolls, so that's fine.
That's fine too, yeah.
Okay, and I already have disadvantage anyway, so that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure.
Pretty much no effects on you.
Yep.
All right, so throwing a rock. He's going to throw a rock at the elemental. Why not?
That makes
A
sense.
big target. What'd I get? I can't see. A 5.
Misses!
You just consume the rock.
I
It
just-
becomes part of your earth.
That's
Uh-huh.
so cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
it just disappears.
It's epic. I get stronger. Let me add some hit points.
Yeah.
That's
I
it for the
agree.
giant. Let's see. This dwarven warrior. All right, so that dwarven leader, she curses something in Dwarvish, and Tara knows what it is, but she won't repeat it because it's not polite, and is going to attack this giant. So let's see what kind of cool stuff this dwarf can do.
Come on, dwarf.
She's definitely stronger than Ethlondo and whatever.
All right, so we're going to do... we'll just do battle axe attacks. I don't know how to make this thing roll for PCs attacking.
Which one is dead? Did you put a marker on the...
Yeah, it's this
His
one
little skull.
here. It's got a little skull in the
Gotcha,
corner.
let me make this.
All right, so here we go with an attack from the battle axe. She gets 2 attacks. We have a hit on the giant and a natural 20.
Nice.
And she's going to action surge and
Yes.
attack again. And we have another hit and another hit.
Whoa, dwarf.
3 hits and a natural 20.
Whoa, dwarf.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so it's 1d8 for applies. So 7. And then I'll roll another 1d8 plus 5. Actually, I roll 2d8 for this natural 20. So that's 15. So 7, we have 22. And then 2 more hits. 33 and 38. 38 points of damage.
Wow. Maybe now this giant is showing
65.
where Tara...
All right, so she tears into this giant's legs with her battle axe, cursing at it, and the giant is just stumbling backward as she's cutting big gashes in this poor giant's legs and making some progress. The giant now looks pretty badly injured.
Well done, dwarf person.
Tara, it is your turn. You have 2 elven warriors in front of you, reluctantly stabbing you.
Tara really doesn't want to fight these guys. So
One stabbed you.
she's going to make another attempt to... But they both hit me. But she's going to make another attempt to convince them
All right.
to not.
If you want to persuade them, I'll let you roll, but that'll be your action for the turn to try to persuade them to stop fighting you. Are you sure that's what you want to spend your action on?
I feel like it would be worth it to not have 3 weak but still annoying NPCs attacking us.
Okay. Make the persuasion roll, and let's see how good it is, and you can make your argument based
Wait,
on the roll.
Before you roll,
Uh-huh.
how do you feel about this? Do you think inspiration would... I mean, you've got a really good persuasion.
I have a very good persuasion, and I have bardic inspiration.
I'm going to leave it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled a 29.
Nice.
Wow.
Yes.
And what do you say with your extremely effective persuasion attempt?
Tara says, We fought side by side together. We defeated 2 great old masters and a big eyeball thing. I think
Yep.
I think we can do anything together.
Oh. That was sweet.
All right. Well, one of them says, "Well, dude, the boss did just sort of like hit you with a dragon breath thing. Like maybe we just kind of sit this one out and we don't have to stab anybody, and we can sort of talk about maybe there's an HR we can talk to or something."
These elves, man.
All right. So yeah, they're not going to participate.
Okay. No longer regret not killing him.
Yeah.
Did you want to move or do anything else?
I guess should she move? Yeah.
You could move.
Tara will move up to the veteran guy.
Okay.
She says, Levarrion said you did your duty too, so you also don't have to be here unless you want to. And then she kind of has her war pick and it's like really menacing.
All right.
But she can't actually intimidate or persuade.
Okay. Zartok, what are you doing with your turn?
So Zartok has been thinking about the potential of this happening for a while.
Uh-huh.
Does Zartok believe that it is possible to dispel the summoned giants that were created with the wand?
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
If you have the right kind of spell, there are spells that will dismiss summoned creatures. If you have that kind of spell.
But not like dispel magic isn't going to do
Let
that.
me look.
Okay.
According to the text of Dispel Magic, if you target an object or creature that is the effect of an ongoing spell, such as a monster summoned by Summon Monster, you make a Dispel check to end the spell that conjured the object or creature. So you could target one of these and dispel it. Just straight up make it disappear.
Okay. That was my first question. That doesn't mean I'm going to do that. My other questions are, why
one other thing.
are you doing this?
One other thing. Oh, well. One other thing. If you target a magic item with Dispel Magic, you could temporarily suppress its effects, which would mean that you could temporarily suppress all the giants.
Right.
But only for a little while.
How long would the Zartok think a little while?
1d4 rounds.
Okay.
Even 1 round is pretty good.
Yeah.
Although, on the other hand, you also know that the wand is an artifact and it will be difficult.
It would be a very difficult check.
To make that check.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give you an inspiration to do that if you would like.
I'm willing to silvery barbs this sucker.
I've got 2 left.
Wait, if it's against the object, does the object have to re-roll with silvery barbs, or has to be a live object?
What's inspiration do?
It's another dice. It's advantage.
Oh, it's advantage.
It's advantage.
Okay.
Don't you have to do that on your turn, though?
No, I do that as a reaction.
Oh.
Let me look at what the total is if I use a roll. So, sorry, Mike. I'm taking my time on this. We got all day. We got all day for this game. I'm gonna milk this, and Mike can just edit out any pauses.
While
We don't want to make his job
thinking,
super
Mike,
hard.
How can I tell what spells Gugri has used at this point?
Oh, gosh.
If you look at his 4th level, one seems to be filled in, but one's not. But I don't think he used that many spells last time. I think there was a heal, but I don't remember at what level.
I think he just used a high-level heal last time, and that's it.
Okay, so do you... 4th? Do you think it was 4th?
I think so.
Okay, I'm going to mark that down.
Okay.
Otherwise, I will assume all of his spell levels are open. Also, just going to kind of figure out what to do with the spells because Foundry has listed all of his spells available.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I won't go crazy.
Okay.
Go crazy. Remember our motto.
All right, Zartok, other questions?
So what's spellcasting modifier? That's intelligence plus proficiency?
Yes. Plus, if you have any items that give you a bonus,
Right.
like a wand or something that gives you a bonus to your
So he
spell
would
attack
roll.
modifier.
So he's got, so just so everybody knows what I'm going through, not on the emotional part. He's very mad. He's very mad at all of you.
Oh, at us?
I mean, we didn't bow. We
He's
started
very
this.
mad at all of you.
I'm not super surprised, but when is he not?
Yeah, that's a good point. So he's got a 16 portent roll, which is pretty good. His intelligence added to that is intelligence modifier is a 19, plus another 5 is 24. That's really, I don't think that's quite high enough to dispel
An artifact?
I mean, but you're
artifact.
assuming that if you were to roll for it with advantage, that you would roll under a 16.
I am making that assumption, very much so. So that's that. There's other things you can do, and he's so mad.
Okay, this was going to happen now or later. At
So
least
tough.
now, they've all fought a war too.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Where's all their damage and use spell slots?
There's some damage in used spell slots,
Oh, okay.
So he's thought this through.
but they also had an hour-long rest. So
How powerful does this dragon look?
it's an adult dragon.
Okay, awesome. This sucks. All right, Zartok is on his knee. So you could, it'd be hard to pay attention because so much going on. But like, as you guys weren't like kneeling and stuff, if you could pay attention, which you probably weren't, he was getting visibly upset with all of you because it's like, you know, like come on, you guys.
I have a passive
So now
insight.
that it's his turn, he's like, what do we always have to do? The heroic thing constantly. We do it, we win, we end slavery. You can't have enough, it will never end. And then
Well, we pushed Zartok too far. It finally happens.
he stands up and he tries to cast Hold Monster on the dragon.
Oh.
What
Cool.
if the dragon is also summoned? Be really cool.
I don't know.
It's ice.
All right. So
I
it
know.
has to make a wisdom saving throw.
The dragon might be an illusion.
He did fly in
This is
on the
very
dragon
true.
probably to when he flew in to get the wand.
Well, remember, he turned into a
turned
dragon.
into a dragon.
No, you didn't see him turn into or out of a dragon. He flew behind a building.
Yes.
A dragon flew behind a building and he walked out.
Yeah, and it was a silver dragon, by the way.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Different dragon.
Okay,
That was
yes,
a long
it's a
time ago.
wisdom saving throw
All right.
of 17.
Let me see here if there's anything that's relevant. There is not. DM's note. I didn't notice that this dragon has legendary resistances. In my defense, the information is hard to find in the Foundry entry, and in D&D Beyond, legendary resistances are over on the left, while all the other legendary stuff is over on the right. Still, I should have noticed it. On the other hand, for reasons I won't explain here, it won't matter much for this fight, and if the dragon makes another appearance later, you can be sure I will remember legendary resistances then. I rolled a 7,
Oh, nice.
so it is held.
That's awesome. I will mark off. So that's using the staff. So Sartok holds the staff up. It's clear that it's not a power coming from him.
What's the condition that imposes?
Let me just read the spell, because when I don't read the spell, bad things happen.
Yeah.
Choose a creature that you can see within range, so that's why Zartok had to cast it now. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. The spell has no effect on undead. At the end of its turn, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. So Zartok does his angry speech. This may trigger an attack. He's obviously cast a spell on a dragon, and he starts moving away.
Okay.
That was 25 feet of movement, which he's got, right?
I mean, he
Yeah,
can't move,
got
so
30.
he can't turn his blast on
Okay.
us.
So he casts that, Hold Monster, and moves.
Okay.
And he was mad. But he casts a spell. He's helping.
Okay.
Begrudgingly.
He's helping.
Zartok, that's the end of your turn.
End of Zartok's turn. Thanks for running through all that with me.
Sure.
It may become
Good
relevant.
job.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah, it definitely was awesome.
All right. The Frost Giant, the one who crushed one of the dwarves, it decides to...
Wait, the frost giant that crushed the
It should
dwarf?
be
Oh,
a
it should be a
different
different
frost
one.
giant.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
'cause-
sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. The Frost Giant that crushed one of the dwarves has already gone. It's the one directly to the south of the dead dwarf. So the Frost Giant who is directly to the south of the dead dwarf, it's that giant's turn. He's going to step up. He just sort of crunches over the dead dwarf.
Rude.
And it's going to attack the female leader dwarf. And let's see here. We'll do a great axe attack.
Oh my god.
Another natural 20.
There, she's dead.
And then a regular attack. An additional attack. Oh, a natural 1. I need to make another roll to see if it's a fumble. It could be a fumble. What? Natural 20.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, well, it's
swings.
not a fumble. Yeah, it's weird. It went... Listeners, the Foundry just rolled a 20, a 1, and a 20. Okay, well, we got a natural 20 and a miss then. So the damage is 3d12 plus 6. So that's going to be 6d12 plus 6, which is 46 total.
Oh, God.
And
Please be alive.
that almost brings the dwarf down to her knees. She's not dead,
Wow.
but
What a beast.
yeah, she is really badly injured by that sword down on top of the dwarf's shield and almost shatters the shield. Looks like it probably hurt her arm pretty badly. Yeah, she is not going to be around much longer. And that is the Frost Giant's turn. The dragon is paralyzed, but gets to repeat the save at the end of its turn, right?
Yeah.
I rolled a total of 16.
That just fails.
Okay.
Yay!
All right. The mage from Dorvit.
Wait, there was characters that were lower than Josh?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We still have several left to go. Well, we have two more left to go. We'll cast Ice Storm.
Oh, my God.
A hail of rock-hard ice pounds to the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot-high cylinder, centered on a point within range. The range is not listed. Great. Okay, what's the range of... 300 feet. 300 feet. There we go.
Quite a lot of space.
Yep.
300 feet.
Yep. That's a long range. 40-foot-high cylinder, 20-foot radius. So let's make a 20-foot radius circle. I can get Aster, Coral, Zartok, and Gugri in this.
Not Googry.
And Gugri, yeah.
Not my sweet Googry.
Yep.
Oh, is Googry the book? I was wondering what that was.
Googry's the book.
I failed every saving throw. So
Oh, wow. Is that low? That can't be right. That cannot be right. That's like a first-level character's DC.
I'll take it.
Me too.
It feels good. Feels right.
So spell DC is 8 plus your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency bonus, right?
Yes.
Yes,
I
that
believe
sounds
so.
right.
8 plus 6 plus 3. That's right. The number here listed here is wrong. It's off by 3. So I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, finally.
Well, not everybody. Aster, Coral, Zartok, Gugri.
What'd you say the save was?
Dexterity.
What was this? What were we trying to hit? 16?
17.
Oh. I'm going to take it and like it, I guess.
Okay. While you do that, I'll start rolling the damage.
Do I have inspiration?
I didn't give it to you.
Bardic inspiration.
Probably not.
Wait, you might have. No, I
It only
gave
lasts
it
10
once.
minutes.
Yeah.
I
Make it
feel like
last longer.
maybe you could get it from someone else soon, like before your next turn.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
My character still has inspiration.
Nope. This doesn't feel like a thing that I need to buff you on. I may regret that later, though.
So it's not this.
All right, so what have we got, Zartok?
A 16.
All right, that doesn't pass. Coral?
Coral got a modified 1.
Oh, okay, that doesn't pass. And Aster?
24.
That passes. And Gugri?
15.
That does not pass. All right, so if you passed, you take 14 points of damage. If you failed, you take 28. Now, if it matters to you, some of that is cold and some of that is bludgeoning.
Oh, that does matter to me.
Okay, so of that damage, 15 is bludgeoning.
Okay, so I take half of 15, so 7. And then,
13 of that is cold.
okay, so 20 total for Coral.
Okay, great. Thank you for keeping me honest on that. All right, so that is the end of the mage's turn, and the mage is going to step back a bit, but not far enough away to trigger an attack of opportunity from this dwarf. And that's the end of the mage's turn. And then there's another mercenary captain here, and this mercenary captain is standing next to the leader dwarf
Oh.
and is going to try to finish that dwarf off.
Miss.
We'll see what happens. All right, so here we go. First attack with a longsword is a 7. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Another attack with a longsword is a 22, and that is a hit.
Oh,
pretty sure.
no.
And then with the short sword, that's also a hit. So we have a longsword hit and a short sword hit.
Not good.
With a longsword, the damage is only 4 points of damage, And with the short sword, the damage is 6 points of damage. So a total of 10 points of damage. She is still up.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh, I hope she gets her revenge.
So
Me
from
too.
behind, this human warrior slashes at the dwarf's armor and can't completely get through it, and she's still standing. And that is the end of the veteran's turn. And then Ethlondo, one of the elf former allies that you have, Ethlondo says, "You know what? I'm just gonna go take a stroll. I'm gonna go make sure everything's cool outside."
Awesome guy.
And that takes us to the beginning of the second round. Aster.
Wow, that was a lot. This is scary combat. I feel like a Dragon Ball Z character every time I use Steel Wind Strike.
Well,
Teleport.
Aster, I'll tell you what. Here's the situation. Let's summarize for the listener. The situation is that Aster is sort of in the southeast corner of the room, away from the combat, and his Pegasus is flying up near the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Coral is kind of on the front line in Earth Elemental form. Zartok is hiding around a wall to the north. Gugri is hiding in a corner to the north. And there are two giants in the middle of the room trying to crush a little dwarf. There are some warriors who are finishing off the dwarf and trying to attack Coral. Terra is next to one of these warriors. The two elven warriors who used to be your friends and are now sort of making themselves neutral. They're near Terra, but they're not really doing anything. Gloric is on the opposite side of the room of all of you to the west. Behind one of the remaining dwarves, there's a wizard next to him. And then on the north side of the room, there's Levarrion near his throne. There's a temporarily held dragon, and then there's a frost giant throwing boulders. And that is the situation as it stands as we end this episode. And we'll find out what happens next time.
Nice.
Ooh, that's scary.
Boo!
This is a cliffhanger.
But not for us this time.
Do we need silence or do I just go?
We'll do our 10 seconds of silence and all that usual stuff. Let me make sure it's actually going. It is going. And we'll do a quick test. Ashley, go ahead and talk.
Yeah, talking. What's up?
And Chris.
Hello. Chris here.
And that's working. Josh.
Zartok, the tiefling wizard.
And Coral. Jessica.
TPK. TPK. TPK.
Ooh.
Boo.
We don't need to do a hand clap.
We don't need to.
All right, there we go. So is there anything else? If you want to do 1, 2, 3, clap, fine. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
It
man.
feels like we should.
Yeah.
It's pointless,
Okay.
but it feels like we should.
As if
Last
we-
clap.
Yeah, the last clap. And when you clap, it's almost like you're praying.
To Coral.
Oh,
There you go.
Okay.
Episode title,
Tickle.
The Last Clap.
the last clap. Okay. And lays completely still, its eyes closed. I should say lies. It lies completely still. Oh my gosh, I hate
I
that.
don't remember.
Oh no. It's
Uh,
going to bug me.
Lay sounds more correct, but I don't know if it actually is correct.
I think it's lays.
Its body prostrate.
Prostrated on the
Its body
Prostrated himself.
It's
Himself?
resting.
on the ground.
Collapsed to the ground in relief.
I zoomed in. Is that good for everybody? Or do you
Lovely.
want a little? Okay.
Let's see here. I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out the correct one. It should be lies still. Okay. I had it wrong.
Our wizard thinking. That's why he rolled a 30 on his saving. Did I say wizard?
I think
Yes?
so.
Okay.
What did you think you said?
I don't know, man. It's early in the morning.
We were up very late last night playing board games.